sky belongs to no company, no government, no billionaire, no laboratory. It belongs to all of us. So when humanity begins experimenting with clouds, sunlight, rain and atmosphere, we have the right to ask, who gets to change the sky? They used to call it science fiction. Now the research moves outside. Clouds are seeded, aerosols studied, new experiments begin to rise. Some try to bring the rainfall, some try to brighten cloud and sea. Some study how to cool the planet by reflecting energy. And science itself is not the enemy. Knowledge can protect mankind, but when the atmosphere is shared by everyone, we cannot leave the public blind. Because a laboratory is one thing, deployment is another road. So before somebody touches the heavens, tell us what is being done. What material, what amount, what altitude, what land? Who gave permission, who understands, who measures what goes downwind, and who is responsible if something changes in the wind? Question, document, come verify. Don't believe every claim, don't close your eyes. If the evidence changes, then change your view. Follow what can be proven, follow what is true. Who gets to change the sky? Cloud seeding is already real, working where the clouds exist. Rain enhancement, hail suppression, particles carried through the mist. Now they speak of something bigger, not one cloud above a town. Solar radiation modification, trying to turn some sunlight down. Stratospheric particles proposed, high above the rain and trees. Marine clouds made brighter over stretches of the seas. Maybe it could cool the planet, maybe risk emerge somewhere else. Maybe one country sees a benefit while another loses rainfall and wealth. That is why the question isn't only, can the technology work? The deeper question is, who accept the risk for every nation on this earth? One atmosphere, no border in the wind, no passport for a cloud, no custom gate where the jet streams begin. So if one nation changes something that crosses into another land, who answers, who measures, who compensates, who had the right to make the plan? And now private actors enter, not only governments and states. Maybe small enough to change almost nothing, but the precedent still remains. What happens when one company decides it can experiment above our heads again? Should a private actor sell the promise of cooling pieces of the sky? Should one boardroom choose what 8 billion people cannot simply deny? That is not panic, that is governance. That is asking where the boundary lies. Because innovation without accountability can leave too many questions in the skies. Oh, who owns the data? Who checks the claim? Who measures the atmosphere before and after the change? Who publishes failures? Who reports the harm? And who stops the project when someone sounds the alarm? And when somebody points upward at a white line in the blue, that alone is not enough to tell us something secret flew. Extraordinary accusations need extraordinary proof. Flight records, materials, measurements, documents that hold the truth. Wind pattern, funding contracts, research, scale and time. Not every unanswered question gives us permissions to invent a crime. Follow the money behind the science, follow how the budgets grow. Follow universities and companies, follow where the patents go. Follow high altitude delivery, follow aerosol machines. Follow every regulation written quietly behind the scenes. Not because funding proves a secret, not because patents prove a plan, but technology leaves footprints long before deployment can begin. So build a timeline carefully, save the papers, save the dates. Because 10 years from now we may need to compare what research slowly became. What if one nation wants more cooling, keep your standards high. If the evidence changes, then change your view. Don't serve a theory, serve what is true. Whether modification is not science fiction, geoengineering research is not science fiction. That does not mean every strange cloud is a secret operation. It means the conversation shows stay disciplined. Document, compare, verify, update your view. When the evidence changes, question the critics, question the advocates, question the governments, question the companies, and demand the same thing from every side. Evidence. We have only one sky.